Because I have a question,
Okay.
or maybe two. I hope I don't take all the time. So if you have a question, raise up your hand so that we reduce the amount of talk I'm talking. Okay, so the first question I
Okay.
have, you know that when I came to you, and it's something I still really want to do. Like when I came to you, I came to talk to you about setting up like an investment club, right? Because that was where we
Okay.
had the challenge because we set it up and it was put under at the time it was registered as a non-governmental organization. And the question then was, how do we
Mhm.
pay the investors when we make our money? Because they are not permitted to do any form of profit sharing for at the time. I think it was
I see.
NGOs.
Mm.
So I still have the
Mm.
question. If you were to advise me today, I want to set up an investment club with my friends. Which of the categories would you advise me to to register under?
So investment club is something like a CC. Is it the
So we
type
are looking
where
something like
okay.
that. So we are looking at people pulling funds together, and then we invest in some particular business or something, and then after a couple of years, we then get our returns, and everybody gets their money. And so, what would you recommend that I registered under?
Okay. That one is an investment club. I was thinking if it's to raise, it's not raising loan, raising capital. No,
No, no,
it's
no.
an investment club, right?
It's an
So
investment club.
now,
Yeah.
so it's not incorporated trustees. It's any of the other types of business registration apart from IT or limited by guarantee. So the different types of companies have their, I want to say pros and cons, but that's not what I want. That wouldn't describe what I'm trying to say. It has their peculiarities. They all have their peculiarities.
Okay.
So if it's a one person run organization that other people will partner with, limited partnership. If it's the one that you all contribute with the management and everything, and then you designate somebody to ensure compliance, limited liability partnership. If it's a regular company that the people who are investing will have shares in, I doubt that that's what you want. But if that's what you want, then a limited liability company. Okay. So
Okay.
with the limited, you have not given me like the full gist of what you want, but with the little that you told me now, what I'm thinking in my head is either limited partnership or limited liability partnership
Okay. It's sounding more
because
like
of the
it's
number of people.
people
Yeah,
that you
because
can
of the
call
number of
in.
people who can you can bring in. Yes. So
Okay. Then the second part of my question still related to this is, so this investment club, would it still need to be registered by the Security and Exchange Commission, or
no,
is the
it won't need to because you are not raising capital.
okay? But
So
I'm asking people to
raising
come and
capital for
invest.
companies, people who their work is to raise capitals for companies, they are the ones that have to register with the SEC.
Okay, but you know,
Yes.
some people say that, for example, like CBEX or whatever, that if you want to invest in all those types of schemes, you have to also check if SEC registers them. So I'm just wondering, for to run that kind of investment club, does it not fall under the same category as these
Anyway, like I said, as in we look at your full aims and objectives,
okay,
until we look at your full, if what you want to do is bring people together, use their fund, invest it, and maybe you are investing, these people are bringing the money, you are investing for a whole year, or you are investing for 2 years, and then you bring out profits for them. So it's more like they are investing in your business and you are sharing profit with them. That's right there is limited partnership or limited liability partnership in a nutshell. Then it depends on the rest of your objective.
okay,
Yes, that's where we
okay,
know if it will fall under Securities and Exchange Commission or not.
not. Okay. Thank you for that. So my final question, if you have a question, please raise your hand. Otherwise, I could be asking questions till the end. So, we have some cases where what I've advised people, they are probably people that want to do something. They have what they call them, the word that's coming to my heart in my head is bleeding hearts. They really want to help people and they want to do charity work. Yeah, the word is charity work. But
Mm,
they also need to be able to sustain their charitable organization. So maybe what I typically tell them is register a company, whatever it is that needs to be done, register it as a company, then have a CSR unit
yeah,
that deals with the
the charity
whatever
that you want.
charitable
Yeah,
thing
that's
you want
one
to do.
way
But
to
I'll
go
just like
about
to,
it. Yeah.
yes, so I'll just like to bounce it off you that. So, for example, I care about autistic children, for example, but
Mm,
I know that is a lot asking people to come and always trying asking for donations. So if I decide that
population.
rather than just going the way of NGO, can I register a company maybe that sells maybe educational material for autistic children, and then the CSR would then be that we do whatever
Mm. You can
programs it
register
is
a
we
company that
wanted
does anything at
to
all.
do
Anything at
with
all. You can even
the
register a
uh,
company that
with the
sells.
NGO, and then can we still ask for donations from other people if we go that way?
Mm. So that's one way to go about it. You can register a company that does anything, even if it's a company that sells shoes. Then you can say every shoe you buy, 10% of the profit is going towards autistic children. It can be
Okay.
one of your selling points.
Mm.
So now anybody who has um, a passion for autistic children would want to buy your shoes because they know they are inadvertently donating to this. So now we are not begging them for money.
Mm.
We are using part of the profits that you make, it goes
To,
towards the
to
charity.
support. But my
Another thing,
question is okay, sorry,
go
but
on.
my question is that if you go that route, would you still be able to ask people outside of your organization to still give you donations? Does the law still allow you receive donations from other people for your CSR, your company's CSR, or
No,
so you can't receive charitable
yeah,
donations from your
that was
CSR?
where I was going. So
All right.
another thing you can do in this case is limited by guarantee company,
Okay.
because then you can make profits, but you are not sharing that profit amongst the members. You are
Okay.
using that profit to fund your charity.
Okay.
So the limited by guarantee companies are majorly for charitable organizations, but
Okay.
you are allowed to make profits. For incorporated trustees, you are not allowed to make profit at all.
Okay.
But for this one, you are allowed to make profits, but you don't keep the profits. You
Okay.
channel it back into the charity. So let's say
Okay.
you're limited by guarantee companies, they are selling shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And then your catchphrase is that every profit that is coming out of this thing I'm doing now is helping autistic children. The
Mm.
example I gave, you are getting used clothes and used household items, and you are selling it for a margin. And every profit you are getting from that sale is going back to the charity
Okay.
of helping poor people to have household items, helping autistic children,
Okay,
right?
so in that
Mm.
limited by guarantee or example opportunity, so other
Mm.
people can also donate in that
Yes,
instance. Okay.
exactly, because of a charitable organization. So
All
it's
right.
either you are donating or you are buying.
Okay.
So in that case now, like the example that I gave, if I have, if I want to change my bed cabinet, instead of selling it on Facebook Marketplace, I will give it to that charity because I know now this is what I'm donating to this charity. They will
Okay.
sell it and use the money for a good cause,
All
right?
right.
Or I can sell it and take the money and give it to this organization.
Yep.
So that's limited by guarantees. It incorporates everything. The only difference is that there is no part of that money that belongs to you or any member of the company.
All right. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. So, does anyone else have any questions? Because if we don't have any questions, I think this is a good place to say thank you so much, Barrister Chinaza. Thank you for your time. And I guess we'll all just go and digest. And if we have questions, we send to you on the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All
Have a
right.
good
You're
rest of the day.
welcome.
And thank you again for your time. Thank you for joining us, everyone that's joined us and left. And thank you for Lami that stayed till the end. Thank you so much.
All
So
right.
have
Thank you.
a good rest of the evening and see you in July. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.